I'm dying. It's like, no, you're not. I said, I will know everything about cancer. We're going to cure your cancer and we're going to help the world to do the same. So, and the same day, she literally, first of all, she didn't expect reaction because she's bawling and crying. And I
Right.
excited because my purpose in life got answered and just I got response from God and universe. And I was so excited. And what happened is she said, I gotta FaceTime you because I know you're not on drugs, you're not drinking. So you must
Hmm.
be walking, sleeping because you can be excited about my cancer. And she didn't know what was exactly going on. So she FaceTime me and said, Mom, I'm making my shake. I'm ready to go work out. It's early morning
Uh-huh.
and I'm not sleeping.
Uh-huh.
So, with that being said, I said after my workout, I'm quitting my day, whatever I'm supposed to be doing, which is work. I said I'm flying back home in Lithuania. And I the same day, 7 o'clock, she called me, and 7 p.m. I was already standing in international airport leaving the country. So what happened is I spent over 27,000 hours on cancer research worldwide,
Wow. Uh-huh.
from biological perspective, scientific, historical, technology, I mean, you name it, frequencies, from all those aspects. And I was able to help my mom. We got blessed. And of course, we worked really hard. And I was able to help my mom. No chemo, no radiation.
That's
I
beautiful.
was diagnosed cancer free 4 months later. So that led me to a lot of excitement. As a person who always cares about other people, I'm like, wait a minute, we can help so many people right now.
Right, right.
And I just got so excited and I just start helping people after my work hours. I would just go and volunteer in people's homes. And these people will apply my knowledge and they would just become also healthy. And it turned into such a big thing where I became very booked by
Yeah.
helping people. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where I had to quit my job. So I did quit my job and
Okay.
eventually. And I
Okay.
started as a consulting company, which is still thriving as of today in very large scale. And in that position, you kind of are responsible to know everything, what's in quality, if it's a supplement, if it's a protein
Right.
powder,
Right.
if it's water. So in cannabis industry, that's exactly what happened. I had to really investigate the cannabis industry because it's absolutely irregulated. There's zero regulations, and there's very dangerous substances are sold today labeled as CBD on the market. So that's what led me to the industry itself, because I had to find the good quality products for my clients and the people that are very ill. And I simply investigated the entire country, top brands. I traveled all of them. I walked in facilities. I said, show me, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I visited, I spent tens of thousands of dollars on the lab results. I tested myself
Mm-hmm.
and I found the most dangerous things you can possibly imagine. And that led me
Mm-hmm.
go back on my knees and ask God what I should do now, because
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shocked what I saw.
And what was that? What were some of the shocking things that you did see or come across in your research?
Let's start with the easy ones.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When I came to, I'm not going to mention names, but when I
Okay.
came to the top producers in actually USDA certified products in Colorado, because I was going across the states, California, Oregon, Colorado, and I asked the gentleman, the farmer, said, because I came in his farm, I was checking the farm, was checking the soil. And I said, your plants are loaded with heavy metals. And he says, in Colorado, all of us loaded in heavy metals, but we are
Mm-hmm.
still USDA certified because USDA allows us to still keep certain amount of heavy metals. But I said, and that means, he says, don't worry about it. If you buy from us, you're still going to have your USDA logo. Like, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to continue all the other processes in order to be USDA compliant. And I said, for me, it's not about the USDA logo. For me, it's about knowing that you guys still are allowing other parts of billion to be those heavy metals in these plants, in the products.
Right.
And they said, this is like, why you would worry about that? I said, we're going to poison people if we're going to sell
Yeah.
this. And you guys are selling, you have acres and acres of
Right.
land and produce here. And I was really devastated. So that was the easy case because he thought if USDA allows you to have toxins, that means he's okay to do that. If basically,
Exactly.
if government tells you it's okay to kill a little baby, that means it's okay to kill a little baby because government told you. But
Right.
in my morals, in my life, it's not okay to put any toxin in a human body because
Right.
our bodies functions in parts per trillion, not even parts per billion or parts per million. And what these companies does, the best case scenario is parts per million, which is like the lowest level of safety. And it's very sad. So that was a pretty sad one. And the other sad part was what I discovered when other gentleman, I met him, and also not going to mention names, but I met him and he was actually adding certain substances in nanotechnology to keep people addicted on CBD products. And
Wow.
and that was really scary. And I said, what are you doing? He says, you know what? He says, you can buy from me. And he says, you can hook the whole country, or you can be a good Mother Teresa and struggle for the rest of your life. I said, you know what? If I need to struggle for the rest of my life, I prefer to struggle for the rest of my life.
Right.
Then I will live the life that you live. I said, that's not the life I want to live. So it was really sad. Another what's saddest thing I discovered is that's the more like agenda. CBD is a drug. CBD
Right.
is not a natural substance and nobody tells you about it. If you're going to go on Google, if you're going to Google CBD, it's going to say it's patented by Food and Drug Administration as a drug for epilepsy. It's called Epidiolex. So CBD is a drug. So if it's a drug, must be not natural. So if it's not natural, that means it doesn't really come directly from the plant.
Right.
And if it's not natural, that means it can be patented. And that's exactly what pharma did. They patented CBD. So CBD is a compound that is not natural. It's a drug and it's owned by pharma.
Wow. I didn't know that. You know what? It brings up a very good point. I was watching video, YouTube doctor, can't remember his name off the back.